Hey everyone, happy to see you today, young folks. What you can do, you can take notes if you like. It's not a note-taking thing. You won't be assessed on it, but I just want to give you an overview of some of the kinds of things that you'll be doing during the next semester with me here in the classroom. We're going to study today critical thinking skills and some approaches to critical thinking skills. Have you ever heard of critical thinking skills? They have become of more interest lately than they have been in the past, simply because employers are demanding a little bit more of that kind of thought processes, of correlating things together. They are, of course, asking you to know a lot about your technology. You know more about your technology than Ms. Cleveland probably ever will. So you have that ahead of you. We're going to put everything together so you can correlate and synthesize all your ideas and come up with some brand new thought processes. Does that sound good? We're going to try to make it fun. All right. Critical thinking skills usually involve one of three different approaches. One of them is the alternative approach, one of them is the combining ideas approach, and one of them is the taking risk approach. Usually they're combined all together in classroom practice. There are three different kinds of characteristics that we're going to help you develop. One of them is inherent characteristics. Inherent means you've already got it. You were born with it. You're fortunate. It was given to you by a higher power, and just thank mom and dad and all the grandparents. Your second characteristic is emergent. That means it's going to come out. We hope it will come out when your cognitive development happens, which means when your brain develops. All of these things that we're going to put into it are going to come out into another product, and that's when your abilities will come in, which will consist of clarification, analysis, the cognitive thinking, the inference, and all the problem solving. Think of this whole as a continuum. You remember we talked about Bloom's taxonomy? Bloom's taxonomy, yes, there are 4 levels of thinking. Been around for a while. It's still very good, but we're going to try to kind of go beyond Bloom's taxonomy in our classroom approach. Because in Bloom's taxonomy, the highest level, which is basically when you begin to create something, level 4, is an ongoing creative process. Takes more than one day, takes a while. It might be like creating a painting, it might be creating a book, it might be devising some new robot. Like I saw last night, they had developed a robot in one of the countries that are having lots of wars. It'll go right in with no humans involved, and it will actually dismantle a bomb. Students came up with that idea. They were doing some what? Critical thinking. You got it. Okay, so the continuum begins with level 1 on Bloom's taxonomy. Anybody know what that means? Right, Gerald. That's absolutely correct. It is just a memorization. We all do it, whether we know it or not. We do that sort of thing. We learn words by memory. We learn spelling, blah, 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 blah. Some of you have the ability just to look at a spelling word and it comes right in your mind. That's great. If not, you have to memorize it. Each level involves a bit more cognitive thinking or deep thinking until you get to your level 4. Well, we're kind of going to take this level 4 and we're going to go in a whole new direction with it. Okay, your evaluations. In this class, I'm not too big on tests of a typical sort. Our evaluations will often be self-evaluations. You'll do your own evaluation. You'll create your own rubric. You'll say, I want to do this, this, and this in the lesson. Ms. Cleveland might say, let's work in this, this, and this direction. Then we'll analyze at the end of the lesson, how did we do this, this, and this? We might see some things that are wrong. Does that mean it's going to be taken off your grade? No, I'll probably add it to your grade because you're finding little glitches. You say you're doing a painting, you're doing a scientific experiment, you see a little glitch here and a little glitch here. Well, you might put those two things together to discover a major glitch or it might just make a major discovery. You might discover a robot that'll dismantle bombs. Okay, any questions so far? All right. I'm going to show you a couple of PowerPoints today. They involve a couple of skills that I believe, as I've studied this, that will be a part of cognitive level thinking. There'll be projects that you'll do. You will have choice in these projects, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. I do think we need to stop it. Maybe just send 2 tapes, because this is